Welcome to Beyond the Pages. I'm your host, Arlene Reyes from Donnelly.media. In this podcast, we go beyond the headlines, diving deep into the stories that matter with our team of journalists. Stay with us as we uncover the details, insights, and untold perspectives behind the news.
Donnelly.media presents Beyond the Pages. Captain Tree Service sponsors today's episode. When a disaster happens, call the captain. 856-796-3536.
Hi, today we are welcoming Kathy Chang, who is editor for pretty much all of our South Jersey publications, our Central Jersey publications, along with our lifestyle magazine. Kathy not only is an editor, but she's also a writer for many of the publications that we have. Kathy, welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
You sent me a story that I thought was very interesting. That was in one of our Central Jersey publications, and it's called "It Was a Perfect Fit," and it is about a railway club. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So it's a railway club that has been around since 1964, and it's just grown over the years through the local community. So they created this railroad club, and the person who owned this home was part of this club, and the railroad creation that they made was in their basement. And
Okay.
I believe it was one couple and another couple, and they lived near each other, and then they kind of created this together. So they would meet at this home, and they just built and built and built. And it went from there. So, yeah.
Okay. And then I noticed that it's called Pacific Southern.
Yes, Pacific Southern Railway Club is what they are called.
Do you know where the name came from?
I believe it was the names of the trains.
Okay.
And I think that's where it came from. There's a big following that I was surprised about. And there's a lot of members of this club that they're engineers, they're all different types of careers and everything. A lot of them are retired now, but they're just train enthusiasts that have, and they actually build upon their railways. It's amazing.
So they build upon the models that were already there. And then do they build them? Are they modeled after anything specific, or how do they decide what they're going to lay out?
I feel like they explained it like Main Street USA kind of. And it's not just New Jersey, it's all over. So if you see a particular section, I guess it will remind you of maybe a downtown, maybe of what they grew up in. And I believe that's how it kind of grew. And they actually have a place in that space where they actually create the railways and the models and all that stuff.
Okay. And then how often do they get together?
Weekly.
Okay.
Multiple times a week, I've been told. And it's in this home.
Right.
It was in this home that the person was allowing it because he was part of it.
Right. So now is the home set up as like some type of historic site, or?
So it was a home.
Okay.
So it was owned by, well, it got passed down. So, but the most recent couple that owned the home was Ann Pate. and her husband, Carlton. And they were part of the railway club, and these people would just kind of congregate in this basement because he was part of it.
Right.
So he allowed these people into his home.
So the people that own the home now, I'm guessing, are still allowing.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is how the story evolved. Yes. If we go back to Carlton and Pate, I think they purchased the home in 2016, and it was actually in their family. So, and friends. So they decided to purchase the home with this railway club in the home.
Right.
Because they were part of it, and they helped it grow even more. And so how this story evolved is Carlton unfortunately passed away. And Anne recently was pretty much this year, she was looking to sell the home.
Okay.
So unfortunately, this railway club had to look for a new home as well.
Oh,
so
okay.
like, if you think about it, this is a home. So if someone buys it and then allows this
Right. So that's why I was asking, is the home now a historic site where they can continue to use it? Or is the plan to move it elsewhere?
So that was in discussion, right? Anne Pate was looking to, because she was a widow now, she was looking to sell the home. And it hit the local papers, actually, this story about this railway club and the history of it. It caught the attention of a couple, James and Melissa Murray, and they live in Princeton, and this home is in Rocky Hill, which is right on the border. Okay. So it caught the attention of the Murrays, who live in Princeton. And at the time, they were explaining Melissa Murray owns her own candle company, and it was kind of outgrowing their home in Princeton because she was working out of their home. So they were thinking about, maybe warehouse space or something. And then at the same time, they saw this article about this railway station, and James Murray was explaining that he would build trains with his father, and that was his favorite pastime. So it kind of, I guess, touched their hearts, kind of like, oh, this railway place club maybe has to just disassemble this creation that they made and move away from this house. So the Murrays were thinking, oh, maybe we'll approach this club and see if they want to share this warehouse space with us. And he said at no cost. He was just very enthused about this railway club. And he went to see, the Murrays went to see this creation, and they just realized that if they would just ruin what was created over the years, if they were to move it, they would just, it would just have to start from scratch, and it would just be disheartening for the members who were part of it for so long. So the Murrays, how they explained it was, I think, the closing date, where before the house was going to go on the market publicly, Melissa and James made that decision to, buy the home. And James was explaining it to me that, he recently lost his parents, and he was kind of taken by the woman. She just lost her husband.
Mhm.
She had to sell her home. It's just a
Right.
very, very, hard process. So he remembers going through the same thing. He had
Right.
to help his parents sell his childhood home,
Mhm.
and it was hard on his mom because he lost his father, and he remembers it was hard on his mom. So he was just
It reminded
to
him of his mom's
of his
situation.
heart.
And just so that,
Mm,
just a little bit of a background. So
sure.
James Murray is Murr from Impractical Jokers.
He is. Yeah, it
Yeah.
happens to he is Mur from Impractical Jokers, and they live right in Princeton, and yeah.
So now they're allowing the club to continue on, or they
Yeah.
haven't closed on the house yet?
They closed on the house
Okay.
in April, and they are keeping it the way it is.
Okay.
The railway club can meet multiple times a week, build upon it, do what they do, and then the Murrays are using the space. He was explaining it's like office space. Melissa's candle
Business? Okay.
business.
Mhm.
And they also run an Alzheimer's. They have an Alzheimer's foundation that they run, and they hold a gala, and they're going to do work on the gala in that space, in that home space.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's going to be multiple facets of what they're going to use it for,
Mhm.
but it's owned by the Murrays.
Right. Right. And the
So
Alzheimer's, it's a nonprofit.
it's a nonprofit.
And then give us a little background as to why they
Sure.
started.
Oh, sure. So James Murray, his father unfortunately passed away from Alzheimer's. And they've run it for about 4 years. I think they're going into their 4th year. But it's grown tremendously. So the first year, I think they raised maybe 70,000. And I think
wow.
last year he said they raised like 130,000. So it's grown exponentially. And then with the things that they can, he was explaining to me that with the things they can auction off, or I don't know if auction is the right word, but kind of raffle off, that because of his connections through Impractical Jokers, like he's good friends with Joey Fatone. So he was saying tickets to his Broadway show.
Okay.
And then I think they said that they had a Taylor Swift guitar signed that they were raffling off, and they were able to, because of their connections, but
in the entertainment world.
yeah, but to raise awareness and research for the foundation that they created.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then Kathy, how did you come across to write the story?
It was an email. I don't know if it was through their
like their publicist?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But it was through an email. They were explaining the story,
Mhm.
and it kind of jumped out at me. Obviously, James Murray is a big name
Mhm.
as well, but the whole story about how they came together to save this railway club, and then, you know, railway club, and then the story about the woman and selling her home,
Mhm.
and they were looking at for additional space in the same,
Right,
in the
at the
same
same
time
time.
frame.
Yeah.
So it all worked out,
Mhm.
And I think I led it with like the stars aligned at the right time. So
Right,
yeah,
right. The title was "It's a Perfect
it's a
Fit."
perfect fit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. Is there any details that, you know, very often you only have a allotted space to tell your stories. So was there any details that you wanted to share that maybe you couldn't include in your in the story?
I don't think about maybe details, but maybe I don't know if it could be like a follow up, um, but I
Mhm.
feel like it could
So you would like to do a
have
follow-up
potential
story?
follow ups
Hmm.
because the Railway Club over the years um, they hold a like an open house in
Hmm.
November, and they raise money for the local first responders in the area.
Oh, okay.
So they were doing that for years. I know they, during COVID and maybe transitions of ownership of the home, they that changed over the years.
Hmm.
But with the Murrays purchasing the home, they're bringing that back. So
Okay.
in November, they will open the home, that space, the Railway Club space, where people can come in and look at what was created
Hmm.
and the models of the trains. And he also was really excited about, he rearranged the website as well. And they became board members of the Railway Club, and they opened it up to people from all over. So
Okay.
not that the Railway Club was not open, to members from all over, but
I'm
um,
guessing at first they kept it to like their neighbors and people that were
yeah.
close by.
But the capacity of what, because I guess because of his name, it can, people can join from all over.
Right.
If they're train enthusiasts from Washington State, they can,
Hmm.
sign up, and the Murrays will, I think, he explained they do videos, you can win tickets to the November open house and all of that.
Okay.
Just incentives, I guess,
Right. Right.
to be part of this club.
So, Kathy, you were just mentioning about if someone is in Washington State, let's say, and they want to sign up. So they have a virtual membership available to nationally.
Mhm.
Tell us a little more about that.
Sure. So with the Murrays becoming board members of the club, they launched these virtual memberships through their website. So anyone throughout the world can join and support the club's mission, and it's tax deductible, which is a plus.
Hmm.
Um, and the Murrays will provide biweekly videos for these members, and updates of what the club is doing or what the club is adding onto the model trains, and interviews and spotlights and just things that will updates for the
For members.
members.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So see what's going on.
Okay. And are they still accepting local members into the
Yes.
club? Okay.
Yep. Hmm.
All right. All right. That's good to
Anyone
know.
can join, if they want to.
Right.
Yeah,
And
which
then
is
just to repeat again, it's
yeah.
Pacific Southern
So
Railway Club.
Pacific Southern Railway Club,
Okay.
and their website, if you want, is www.pacificsouthern.org.
All right. Is there anything else you wanted to add about this story or maybe anything that you have coming up?
So there is one that I thought was interesting. So last night they hold, those annual national night outs for that um, that the community can come out together, interact with your law enforcement and your first responders. And I thought it was interesting that in Delran, they call it a Delran Night Out, but they have first responders. It's very similar to the national night outs that are held. But this year they held a singing contest for the local community, and they held auditions, and anyone could audition. And as the mayor explained, all age groups, really. So they came out with 3 winners, and they actually started off Delran Night Out last night to kick off the night. So they won.
Do they do a multiple night, or is it just one night?
Just that one night. So they auditioned, maybe 2 months ago. And there was 3 winners. So there was like a first place, second place, third place. And the first place winner got a 20-minute segment to open Delran Night Out. And then the other 2 winners, the runner-ups, they were able to sing as well during the night. And I thought that was very different. Not that these things are different, but Delran has never seen that.
Right.
So, and that's a plug to the new mayor that came in January, because supposedly he held one at his home. Yeah, and he kind of brought it
to
a bigger stage. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I've heard of any other night out having almost like a, well, not almost like a, but a singing contest.
Yeah.
A voice
it's
or
different,
whatever.
Yeah, it's different. And it gets people, I guess, the community involved, and then people out.
Are you doing, is that going to be out on the Delran Sun?
Yes. So I plan to do something for the Delran Sun about it. Well, I did a preview already, but then last night they were able. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you so much.
Sure.
And we'll look forward to that follow-up, and hopefully a follow-up on the Pacific Southern Railway Club.
Yeah, definitely.
Right. Thank you, Kathy.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Sure.
That's a wrap for this episode of Beyond the Pages. Thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed today's conversation, be sure to subscribe and leave a review. Until next time, keep reading between the lines.